I'll be there within the hour. I'm bringing cash. I gotta go. I'll talk to you later. So, what we got going on here today at the Quick Speed Shop. I'm tired of freezing. It's winter time. I'm tired of wearing these coveralls. What I'm gonna do? These lights are coming out. I got a brand new hot Dawg 60,000 BTU hanging furnace here. It's gonna run on propane. I'm gonna hang it right here. This whip is gonna power it. I got a switch on the wall, a dedicated circuit already. And get rid of these lights, hang the heater, and see how it works. Let's go check it out. It's a hot dog heater by Modine. Look at that. Nice. This is upside down, but what we got here, I gotta take the, these are the hanging brackets, so I gotta take these off and mount them up the correct way.
Like so.
This bracket here mounts to the top of the unit. This is how you hang it. It mounts on like this. There we go. Screw like this each side to hang it from the ceiling. So I'm going to go ahead and attach this to the rear right now while I'm here.
Like so. There we go.
Got the two hanging brackets here. Threaded rod or whatever. I'm going to make a bracket to the ceiling, but the threaded rod goes through these holes. And let me change bits. We'll get the instruction book out of here. All right, just remove the two screws from the side access panel, and aha! Here is the manual. Here's the guts, the circuit board, the gas valve, the burner, the power exhaust, the gas valve, and the heatilator. There's where the gas burns into the unit. Got the circuit controls. Each one of these vents is fully adjustable. Walk around the back here. See the blower motor next to the exhaust. This is currently set up to run on natural gas, but I have a propane conversion kit in here with the orifices and the spring. I have to take the gas valve apart, change the orifice and the spring in the unit. Looks like a nice high quality unit, made in USA. It's always nice to buy stuff made in America. Let's get these lights down and we'll go from there. I went to the panel, turned off the breaker, and now I'm going to remove the circuit, unhook the two lights, and take the lights down. Just like that, she comes right off. Nice. So there we go. I got the lights down. I'm gonna go and measure this up, measure up what I got to work with here. I might have to make some kind of frame or whatever to screw to the ceiling first. I got some big heavy duty legs to screw to the trusses. The trusses run where those boards are. Then we'll bolt this sucker up, and so let's get to it. Okay, what I'm doing now is I'm building a bracket to hang on the ceiling. I got this 1x1 angle iron that's going to span three of the trusses and bolt to the back wall, which should be more than plenty to hang this unit. So I got it tacked on here, or I got it clamped on here. A couple of bolts started where it's going to hang. I'm going to tack everything together, then take it off the unit, check it to the ceiling, and then fully weld it. So let's make some sparks. Helps when you turn the gas bottle on. Tacking the tabs that bolt to the unit right now. Now, this back bracket has got holes that go to the wall. I'm going to tack this on. I've already measured this thing for square before I started here. Bam! Now the front piece, it's got holes drilled in it that'll bolt to the ceiling. I got 4 5/16 bolts holding this to the top of the heater. I'm gonna weld these bolts right to this framework, so I won't have to try to use 2 wrenches to put it together. The studs will hang down, and I can just throw the nuts right on it. The unit will sit right up against it easily with the studs hanging through. Be a lot easier to hang it. I'm going to go ahead and hold this up to the ceiling and see how it looks. My ladder action. Perfect. This catches all 3. Actually, we'll catch 4 trusses here. That ought to be plenty to screw this down. Perfect. Go ahead and weld this up. Alright, I made some cross braces here. They're going to tie into the other 2 trusses, one here and then one back here. So I'm going to go ahead and get these welded as well, get this welded in, as well as weld all the bolt heads up.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and clean it up quick with the grinder. Let's go ahead and try it out on the unit. There it is. Set it on the unit, see what it looks like. Perfect. Look at that. It should be way more than good enough to hold it. I can screw to the back wall, screw to 3 of the trusses. I've got these 3-inch long structural lag screws to go right up into the bottom of the trusses. This should be more than enough to hang this unit. I've got almost 24 inches of clearance to the back of the unit. It calls for 11 inches. So we got plenty there. It calls for a 1-inch combustible gap, which is made up by the factory brackets, but I've got a 2-inch now. My bracket that I made, now I've got a 2-inch clearance to the ceiling for combustible on that, so it should be more than adequate. This will be plenty strong enough to hold the unit up here, so it should be great. Let me go ahead and slap a coat of paint on this and get it screwed to the ceiling. Alright, well the paint's drying on the ceiling bracket I just made. I'm going to go ahead and convert this orifice and burner unit from natural gas to propane. I bought a kit that came with 4 new orifices and a spring for the gas valve. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on that. Alright, so the kit comes with new orifices for the burner. This is the burner unit here. You got 4 orifices that blow into the heat exchanger. This is the gas valve. We've got to take the cap out of here and change to this red spring. This is where the gas would come in. There's a black iron pipe that will come through here, and this is your electric gas valve. And then there's electric ignition, and then it fires the burners in here. So a couple other things. Here's the exhaust fan. It's got a power exhaust vent. Your circuit board that runs all the brains of the operation. Here's your 120 volt hookup. It's 15 amps. Transformer. And that's the inside of it. So let me go ahead and what we got to do is unplug these wires here from this gas valve. Take the 4 screws out of the orifice and pull the whole burner assembly out. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to unplug these wire connections. The white one's on top. I want to remember that. White's on the top terminal. Blue's on the bottom terminal. Hang those down here. I go ahead and remove the 4 screws to hold the burner assembly in. So what we got here is the, you can see the orifices here that the fire comes out of that goes into the heat exchanger. Here's your gas valve. It's a Honeywell gas valve. So first thing we're going to do is get a, looks like 7/16 wrench, back all these orifices out and put them in, change the ones in the kit. Go ahead and loosen these up. I'm going to put these in a bag and label them and save them for if anybody ever wanted to convert this, whatever reason. I don't have natural gas on the street here, but if they ever ran natural gas and I ran the house, converted it to natural gas, I'd want to change the orifices back over to natural gas so I could continue using this heater. The new orifices, this is the original orifice. You can see the size of the hole there, and this is the new orifice. You can see the difference in hole size. The propane kit is a lot smaller diameter. Where are we? A lot smaller diameter hole. So go ahead and start putting these in. These are, I think, 1/8 inch NPT thread, so they should tighten up and seal good when you crank it down here. Alright, I read the directions. Here, this is the gas valve. I removed this plug, which covers the regulator hole here. This is where the spring is in here. There's a plastic plug that's adjustable. Down here is this threaded, and there's a spring I need to change out. So I went ahead and I removed this, and I wasn't sure where this adjustment cap was set to, so I went and I slowly tightened it up till it stopped, which was 1.5 turns. So when I reinstalled a new spring, initially for startup, I'm going to have it 1.5 turns in where it was here, and then you can adjust it to set your pilot light flame height on the thermocouple. You can set that by adjusting the screw after you get it burning. I removed the plastic adjuster screw, and I'm removing the silver spring, which is a pressure spring for natural gas. I remove those, and I'll be putting in the red spring and adjuster screw for propane. So that's installed. I'm going to go ahead and reset the vent cap. Now this has been converted over for propane gas. I'm going to go ahead and reinstall it into the burner here. My friend has a heating and cooling business. I'm going to have him come over here with a water column gauge, or manometer, I think is what it's called. And when I get the gas hooked up and do the initial fire up, I'll have him check all this to make sure it's good to run it at the right pressure and all that, so you don't have to worry about a fire or an explosion or anything like that. Not something you really want to mess around with on your own. I like to take a lot of chances and do stuff myself, but it's something that would like blow my garage up. I'm going to err on the side of safety. So there we go. Converted the propane use. I'm going to save all these parts. The kit comes with a bunch of decals to register that it's been converted to propane. So I'm going to put these in the unit so somebody knows that it's been converted to propane. We got here, warning, valve converted for LP. I'll throw that on there too. Throw this on here too, why not? I like the thing, America loves warning stickers. Warning this, warning that. Successfully converted to propane, so I'm going to go ahead and see if the paint's dry on the rack, get it hung up on the ceiling, and we'll go from there. Alright, I'm going to mount the bracket to the ceiling. I got these headlock structural wood screws. They're 3 inches long, and they got a nice big head on them. They're a Torx bit, so they should be good. Plenty of bite to hold this thing to the ceiling, so let's go ahead and get it installed. This isn't exactly centered in the building because I have a lean-to on the back of the garage. I need some separation for the exhaust to come through, so it's going to hang off center in here, but it'll be fine. Just like that. Nice and tight to the ceiling back here. Go ahead and get one here. That's going right into the header on the back of the garage. Should be real structural. Good to go forever. Oh yeah. That'll hold me, that'll hold the heater. Awesome. Got 3, 6, 9 13 screws holding this thing to the ceiling. It's not going anywhere. So the unit's going to hang right here. Came to the realization that it might be easier to add my gas pipe and drip leg and all that, or a dirt leg, drip leg, whatever you want to call it, over here before I hang this thing in the air. I'm going to stub out with 1/2-inch black iron, 3-inch drip leg, and then I've got a flexible whip to come around and meet the gas line on the wall. So I'm thinking I might hang this up here just to get a look at how it looks, get some measurements. But I think I definitely want to put some of the gas parts together down here on the ground. So let me see if I can struggle this up in the air by myself. If not, I'll have to wait. 5/16 nylock nuts and washers. It's going to mount this thing so vibration won't be an issue. Whose idea was this? That was the easy part. Lifting it up, trying to get it on these studs might be another issue altogether. I don't think I can do this by myself. Call my buddy Jackman, see if he can help me here. Hey, Jackman!
Josh,
I need a hand.
I can see that.
We gotta take this here unit, we gotta pick it up and hang it on here, on these studs here.
All right.
We got some nuts, here's some nuts and washers. Here.
I'm going to work on just getting a nut on first. It depends on how hard it is.
That's what she said.
Yeah, that's a good one. This is
It's like 80 pounds. Let me,
so I'll hold and you get your nuts on. That way I can keep it level and you
Alright.
can use one hand, all right?
ready?
Yeah,
It's gonna go right on the outside.
I'm on. How about you?
Yep. There goes the washer.
Put a nut on. We can always go back.
Are you alright?
Kind of. My arms aren't going to be strong enough to get this. Right, you're done. Okay, can you reach that?
Yep. Alright, it should be alright. Should hang on through.
Let's put this up. I want to put a nut and washer.
I dropped the.
Oh, that's got tight.
I dropped the washer over here somewhere.
All right.
It's gone forever. I gotta get another one.
I'm going to need one.
There's a nut here. Oh, I got.
You got it.
I'm not gonna snug it up because I gotta take it down already. I just want it to hang here.
Okay, she's hanging on floor.
Right like that.
I should.
How's that look? It looks good. Thanks, Jackman.
I'm out of here. My wife says, can't he get some younger guys to help you?
Old guys are the best because they don't complain about anything. That's it for now. Part 1. Part 2, we'll put the gas line together and put the exhaust through the wall and figure that stuff out. So tune in for that. Don't forget to subscribe. Whoa. Whoa. Wrecking shit already.